Vagina boob.
Blog Talk Radio.
We're supposed to be kid friendly.
Good morning, WGS team. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to report all the latest and greatest gaming news from this year's E3 from Los Angeles this week. As ever, if you or any member of your team are found doing this, we will disavow all knowledge of your actions. Good luck and good gaming. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. No, don't press the big red button!
Ironically, that's the same noise I made on the toilet last night.
The show hasn't even started and it's already broken down.
GCW presents live 100% chance of pain. July 23rd at the American Legion Hall at 3319 Veteran Memorial Drive in Abbeville, Louisiana. For more ticket information, call 337-366-7480.
Welcome to this special edition of GameUP. We're covering all the major press conferences, and it's time in this show to talk about the conference that finished just about half hour ago with Microsoft and all their stuff for Xbox 360 and Kinect and the like. Joining me on the line is the man who's in charge of this normally, but I've managed to hijack it in some kind of weird way, possibly in some kind of pirate or a gym lad thing. That would be Billy Boudreaux, who keeps using foul language despite the fact we're broadcasting at midday in the afternoon so kids could hear us. So you can blame him, not me. Right, Microsoft. We started off, as you'd expect, like it has I think for the past 2 years, with Call of Duty. This time it's Modern Warfare 3. Except, what happened? We already had our epic fail of the conference. In the middle of the game demo that they've got showcasing, all of a sudden the game pauses and it says, "Please reconnect controller." Oh dear. That's a bit of a cocker, but luckily that didn't happen any other time. Very weird. You start off underwater in some kind of like powered submarine bike kind of thing that goes underwater, and you're going through an underpass that's been flooded, and then you're hovering below submarines and stuff, and you can look at, you look over out of the water, and New York is smashed to pieces by whatever the Russians are doing in this game. That's, of course, if it's the Russians, it might be a dual-handed deal with somebody else, I don't know. Then it actually goes to the proper, shooting kind of gameplay on the submarine. And from what I've seen, graphics look very good. Gameplay seems pretty good as well. Probably need to see more of it in the next upcoming months. There'll probably be a demo of it somewhere, because they'll be desperate to push it, because of the war that they're having with Battlefield, which will be announced in a later, or in the EA show, which you'll be able to catch also on here.
What I'm really interested to see about the new Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3, actually, is are they going to continue the story of Soap McTavish? Are they going to continue his saga and what he's been doing in the Call of Duty franchise since Modern Warfare 1?
Soap wasn't the character that was played. I think it was something like Frost. Or
Frost?
I don't remember. It was something...
Frost might have been in Modern Warfare 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Because that's the thing, it's supposed to be like Modern Warfare... Some of it's supposed to be set before Modern Warfare 1, and some of it's supposed to be set after Modern Warfare 2, I think. I don't know, I'm not sure. But, that was already been confirmed for November the 8th, 2011. And as ever, it's all the music score on it was impressive as well. There was a ending bit which had a flotilla raft kind of thing, where you basically shoot, kind of like how you saw in Modern Warfare 2 with the snowy bit, you know, on the skidoos, except this time it was on, like, lifeboats on the water. That was impressive, and once again, exclusive DLC, or timed exclusive DLC, will be on the schedule. We've got a caller on the line. Water. Who's on the air?
It's me, Ashley.
I don't know very fast. Did you manage to catch it on Spike?
No, but I heard about it on Facebook.
Good old social media going absolutely apeshit over stuff. Oh, crap. I just used the bad word as well at daytime. Yeah, we've screwed up already. We'll try and keep language. You know, if you're interested in listening to our normal shows, you might want to let the little kids stay away, because there is some language.
Especially when Rev is on.
Especially
when Rev is on.
Next up, one that surprised me because I didn't expect it to be shown on the Xbox stand, or the Xbox, conference, Tomb Raider. Now, this is getting a whole new reboot. She's 21, giggity. And she's apparently, there's been a shipwreck, and she's been taken hostage, and she's basically bound up in some, like weird kind of like S&M, but it's clearly in a sense that they want you to die rather than just get some sick thing or whatever. It's just very odd. And
again, I reiterate, giggity.
Yeah. But basically, she manages to set fire to her cocoon that she's in, and basically lands in a punji pit.
Giggity.
And gets speared.
Giggity.
By I guess it's a poisonous thing. I don't know, whatever. But then you go through the area, basically trying to get out. Obviously, it's quick time events as well. You'll have to be tapping buttons and waggling sticks and, you know, pressing the trigger buttons and all that. To be honest, in most of it, it did rather look like Uncharted. But I guess that's not a bad thing, because Uncharted's a damn good game. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the Sony conference with that. Yeah. Which is later on, which you'll be able to catch on the archive here on YouTube and Blog Talk and whatever. That's apparently coming out in fall 2012, but the end of the demo was teased something very odd, the storyline, because there was a whole load of ships. I said ships. But there was like modern ships, like battle cruisers, to like pirate ships. So it's like suddenly it turned Lost. That intrigues me. Next we had the EA part of the show. Yeah, not only have they got their own conference, they have to jump on the bandwagon for Microsoft. What the hell? Basically, they said that Tiger Woods, PGA Tour, Madden, NFL, and FIFA Soccer, and another EA Sports game will be Kinect-enabled. But they've not announced the fourth one yet, because they're going to save that, I guess, for the conference, which starts pretty much soon after that we go off the air live.
Well, in all honesty, actually, I think a lot of people are expecting a lot of the new EA titles to be Kinect-able, especially FIFA Soccer. I mean, I think
what about the Sims Free Pets?
Well, that's going to be interesting to
Sims
see how.
Free Pets is apparently going to be Kinect involved, and also Family Game Night 4 is going to be Kinect. So you're going to be not only are you going to be able to play games with a controller like a complete asshole, you'll also be able to look like a complete asshole when you're doing it with Kinect. Come on.
I think one of the main purposes they were doing all this is they're really trying to put in a lot of hype into Kinect, try to maybe boost up. You know, like we're going to have all these Kinect-enabled games, but the only way you can play all these Kinect-enabled games is for you to have a Kinect.
And then basically most of the show was about Kinect, because then all of a sudden Mass Effect 3 turns up. And basically they reveal Kinect will now be able to do voice recognition. Basically, in Mass Effect, you can ask questions when in the cutscenes, like you're talking with people, which decides your fate, whatever.
Mass Effect 3 was expected to be coming. What I did not expect to be coming, actually, is the fact that it's going to be Kinect-enabled.
basically, yeah, what it is, you get the questions where it's like, you know, have you killed the lunch lady, or I want to have sex with the lunch lady. And you actually say the one, and then the cutscene will go from what you actually said. But not only, it was just something that came in my mind, you know, just that nothing related to the game, so it isn't a spoiler if anybody hasn't watched it yet.
I think WWE fan needs to go to a church confessional now.
There was also an interesting little feature when it comes to in-game play. Rather like with SOCOM or something, you can actually use the voice control with Kinect to actually guide your team in. It's like, yeah, you take the left flank, you take the right flank. Tactical aim, sector 4, it will do whatever it does. Same thing then suddenly appeared for the new Tom Clancy game. The little teaser trailer they did before they had the gameplay really looked impressive. I think it was this one person killing about 12 enemies using a weird, like, Batarang helicopter thing. And, like, remote control guns. And, yeah, that looks really good. Reportedly, that's going to be out, I think, later this year. But
they also take customization to a whole new level.
Yeah,
in this game.
The gunsmith feature, yes. Basically, there are 20 million unique combinations that you can have for your gun. You can change the trigger, you can change the barrel, you can change the cartridge, you can contain the counterweight, you can change the hammer on the gun for the for the shot. You can pretty much change you can put a scope on it, you can take a scope off it.
Just to clarify for Jordan, we're not talking about our junk.
And they also revealed that all Tom Clancy games will feature Kinect voice and hand-waving features. So, considering they haven't revealed it yet, and it possibly could be later on, Splinter Cell, that'll be having it. The Ghost Recons will have it. Rainbow Six will have it. If there are any more games from that series, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that as well at Ubisoft's conference. But intriguing stuff there. Then, what we thought was going to be the boring bit wasn't boring, thanks to Microsoft's complete swerve in the non-gaming section.
Oh, man.
They revealed a new layout, which will be coming later this fall, and also coming later this fall, just a question to WWE fan. Have you heard of a thing called YouTube?
Yeah.
Because that is going to be coming in some capacity officially to Xbox and Kinect. Also, you'll be able to Bing. You'll be able to do the Windows search stuff, so you'll be able to go Xbox.
Porn!
Yeah, Xbox, Bing, porno! Stuff like that. And then, they didn't say Xbox Live Diamond as I thought they might, because that was the rumours, but you'll also be able to get live TV on your Xbox. Now, Sky already does this in the UK, and I believe they also said that France does it with their television, and also Fox Australia in Australia. Who knew? But the thing about that with Fox Australia is I think Fox Australia is the network that shows SmackDown, certainly in Australia, so that's an interesting little thing there for them. But apparently all that stuff is coming this fall. And then another big swerve. Dana White comes out. And it's revealed that UFC pay-per-views are now going to be available on your Xbox. You don't need to go to your box office and whatever. You can just go onto your Xbox, say you want to watch the pay-per-view, and then you're watching it on your 360. Xbox really are trying to make you not have a TV, except you need a TV to actually watch the thing, so it's a bit confusing. It's like you don't need a cable box, you don't need an aerial, you just need an Xbox. Dear Lord. Then, Gears of War 3, which interestingly is co-op. Interesting little co-op feature that's going. Little co-op gameplay, so you can not just play as Marcus, you can play as the other person? Can't remember. I'm not into Gears.
Actually, bad news. I have to back out. Apparently something has come up, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no worries.
So I will talk to you guys later here on WGS Radio, and don't forget to check out youtube.com/WrestleGamer, where you can listen not only to the podcast, but all kinds of wrestling, random rants, and video gameplay, only on the WGS YouTube channel. So long, everybody.
There we go. The gameplay stuff was weird, especially when Ice-T came out to show it off. Like, why is Ice-T there? I don't... well, I knew he was there. He was doing demo stuff, and it was not that good. And then he was talking about the Horde mode, except he went, everybody's interested in the Horde mood. I mean the Horde mode. If your Horde was in a mood, I'd be petrified, just saying. Then all of a sudden, a surprise one out that nobody saw coming because it was original. And also nobody saw this coming. Hitman's on the line. Hitman, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Ash. How are you?
Pretty hyped up by what I saw from Xbox. The next thing we saw was this Connect Roman game. You know, it kind of looked like Assassin's Creed. It kind of looked like God knows what. And then all of a sudden we actually get a name for it. And it's called Rise. Spelt with a Y. Continuing the trend of words being spelt wrong. I love it. And then all of a sudden they revealed, oh, by the way, we're doing an HD version of the original Halo for 360. That's going to be coming out November the 15th. So, November the 8th, you buy Modern Warfare 3. The next week, if you've got a 360, you also buy Halo 1 in HD. Dear Lord. No, do you think they're trying to kill people in November or something? Because I don't think people are going to be able to cope with those two games back to back. Kind of is a bit explosive. Then we saw a little bit of Forza 4, which again, Connect features. That looks really good, although I'm worried because it isn't. But I don't think it's from the same developer that did the other Forza Motorsports. But the cars look damn realistic, and if it's got the Stig in it, is it actually the old Stig that was a bloke, or is it the new Stig that's a mysterious person that we don't know? But I don't know. Next, Peter Molyneux came on. Woo! Oh, the bald man. Except he isn't bald, but he is. Whatever. He showcased a new Fable game, which is being called Fable the Journey. Again, it's a Connect thing. Which, seemingly you can do Hadoukens and drive horses. You shake your arms and you actually, you go, yeah, what the hell? That is a little crazy. That's apparently coming out 2012. And then, boom! Another big shock. Minecraft is coming to 360. Exclusively to 360, and for the Kinect, and this holiday season. So the PC is basically not going to be used for Minecraft anymore. Everybody's just going to use an Xbox. Unless they don't want to buy an Xbox because they're Sony people. I don't know, whatever. But that's an interesting little move for Microsoft to do. It'll be intriguing how it plays as well and how it, transfers over. Then we push the kiddie stuff for Kinect. We have Kinect Disneyland Adventures. Basically, I don't think Disney have thought this through. Because you know how it's kids' dream to go to Disneyland or Disney World? They're not going to need to now. They just turn on their 360 and play it. They're going to get the same experience. Yeah, you go to Dreamland, you go to Disneyland or Disney World in Florida. You're not going to be able to fly with Peter Pan, are you?
Oh, God.
Think about it. They also had an Alice in Wonderland thing, which was cool. And then the one which I was looking forward to the most, and didn't seem to be too bad, Star Wars Connect. It was kind of weird how you have to swagger along like John Wayne to make the character walk, but yeah. And then everybody was apparently waggling their lightsabers about. Or whatever. That seems interesting. I believe it might be coming out later towards the end of this year, possibly next year, but that also was interesting. And then the one which is like the guilty pleasure one for me. Sesame Street Once Upon a Monster. You see, I shouldn't like this, but it's a Tim Schafer game. The guy that brought you Psychonauts and Brutal Legend and I believe Grim Fandango. So basically, it could be a good game because it's been developed by him. Because it could be crazy. And from what I've seen of the scene that they showed Elmo and Cookie Monster, and had this weird creature thing who was obviously friendly, but when you first saw him, it was like you can clearly see that was a Tim Schafer design creature because it makes no sense at all. It's just totally just off its head on drugs or something. I don't know. Then there's this Kinect Fun Labs, which you can do loads of crazy stuff on. You can create a lifelike avatar. You can control like googly eyes. You can basically draw a square and then it will do a picture for you of a square. So basically it's like Microsoft Paint for your 360. And just a question. WWE fan, have you got a Kinect?
Yeah.
Hitman, have you got a Kinect?
Nope.
Okay, this is solely to WWE fan. I suggest you have a look at your Xbox soon after this show's over, because Kinect Fun Labs is available now.
Is it free?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it is. I looked at
It is
it.
free? There you go.
Yeah.
It is free. Free of charge. And, you know, do some crazy stuff. That I think is a real coup. You know, them just launching, oh, by the way, the game's out now. That's kind of like, you know, like last year when we had them reveal the new Xbox 360 Slim and them saying, oh, by the way, all of you in the auditorium, you're going to get one for free.
Yay!
Except WWE fan. Yeah, but that seems interesting. Then a few more Kinect things that they showed. Kinect Sports 2, which had American football. The way the guy was squatting in the American football, again, we have to cue this music.
They were good actors. They were such
good
good
actors.
actors, right? Right.
Disturbingly good actors. And the chick as well did some golf, which I guess will piss off EA because they're trying to do the same thing with Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You know, so
But no one cares about it.
and basically, the shot that she did to get it in the hole was a Tiger Woods shot that happened in the Masters like 2 or 3 years ago. So clearly that wasn't actually her doing it. It was already pre-planned. Or something, I don't know. Then they showed Dance Central 2, which seems, considering that's the most popular non-Microsoft Kinect game, I'd say, and seems pretty fun, because you might actually get fit doing it by jumping around and whatever. Apparently, obviously there's all new tracks, but you'll be able to import the tracks from the first one into the second one. So if you've got favourite tracks on there, you'll also be able to play them on the second one. And then, you know, the press conference is over. But wait! Final tease, which like shows the inside, this blood, and it's like, huh? Huh? Chief? Then all of a sudden, match appears, and yes, Halo 4 is on its way. Despite the fact that 343 and Microsoft said there would be no more Halo games. Bullshit! Sorry. I wasn't going to swear, but sorry. When people do that, it kind of, you know, knocks me a lot. I mean, the thing that I would have been knocked by as well was if Hideo Kojima had turned up and showed Metal Gear Solid Rising for 360. And amazingly, he never showed up. Because when they revealed that Halo 4 would be coming out in the holiday of 2012, that was the end of the conference. Everybody started walking out. One also other thing that I'd like to point out, during the Kinect Sports football demonstration, you see some guy stand up in the crowd for no reason in front of him. It's like, he sat down, and all of a sudden he stands up, and he's like, is he doing that just to get on TV, this sick guy? It's like, yeah. He didn't put his hands up or anything, but it was like he was standing up going, yeah, I'm on TV. I'm going to sit down now. This is just brilliant. WWE, what of those things that I've mentioned about are you most interested by?
Probably the Fun House.
The Fun Labs thing, which you can download now. Get on your 360 and look at it. Because the show's about to end. It's basically, you know, it's only a half an hour show, come on. Hitman, which things intrigue you?
Honestly, the Gears of War 3, I've been waiting for this since, like, last year whenever they announced it, and,
Ice-T's in it.
What?
Ice-T's in it.
Oh. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I was like, why is Ice-T up there? And I didn't...
Fair. Black Ops had Ice Cube, Gears of War has Ice-T, and the next Ratchet and Clank game, which you'll see in Sony's conference, has Vanilla Ice. There you go.
Yeah. And, like, because, like, I think there's another rapper in Gears of War 3, too. Drake, I think his name is. But, yeah, I was, like, confused why that... Yeah. No. Yeah, but, yeah, Gears of War 3, basically, is what I'm most excited for.
How about the UFC news?
It looks interesting. I've never really been a UFC fan, but just because I play on my 360 so much, so like every time it's on, I usually will be on my 360. But after seeing that, I'm like, okay, well, this may actually get me into UFC because it seems more interesting. It's cool how you can sort of like bet with your friends and say, okay, I think this person's gonna win by submission, or I think this person's gonna win by knockout or whatever. So that looks pretty interesting, but. Yeah.
So the fact is, last year it was like a concept, and there were very few things using Kinect. And then if you look through the entire list of what was revealed today, you've got a whole load of EA games, EA Sports should I say, and EA, kid-friendly ones. You've got Mass Effect 3 for Kinect. You've got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon and all future Tom Clancy games for Kinect. You've got Gears of War 3, which is rumoured for possible Kinect, but we'll have to find out more about that. Rise is going to be coming to the Kinect. Forza 4's Kinect. Fable the Journey's Kinect. Minecraft is Kinect. Star Wars Kinect, clues in the title. Sesame Street Once Upon a Monster is going to be Kinect. And, of course, the Kinect Fun Labs, which is out now. Try it and give us your thoughts on what it's like. And then Kinect Sports 2 and Dance Central 2. And who knows, Halo 4 could be Kinect enabled. All the Halo fanboys going, kind of like how WWE fan just did. But there you go. Anyway, that is a brief summation of everything that's happened at Microsoft's conference. Sadly, that's the first of 4 conferences that happened today. We've got Sony's later on and Ubisoft's. But next up, if you're catching us live, it will be as soon as I can, straight after the EA conference. Keep your eyes on Blog Talk Radio, or if you're watching it, or if you're listening to this on the archive, scroll up or down to find the other press conference shows that we've done, either on here on Blog Talk or on YouTube. Wherever you're watching us, basically. And, yeah. With that being said, thanks to Billy, although he had to leave. Thanks to WWE Fan. Thanks to the Hitman making an appearance. Hope to see you guys a bit later on for the other press conferences we've got today. And then, of course, tomorrow we've got Nintendo, who clearly want to have a separate day because their press conference will probably last 24 hours. And then we'll all be tired. Yeah. But anywho.
And discuss this on Facebook, I guess.
Yeah, get on Facebook and chat about it on the Wrestle Game Show page.
Yeah.
So with that, I better end this show. I can't find where to press the button. So we'll see you for the next one. Thanks for listening to this show. This Game Up special has been brought to you by WGS Radio and www.thewrestlegamershow.com. Hope to see you next time. Let's kill Hitler.
Good morning, WGS team. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to report all the latest and greatest gaming news from this year's E3 from Los Angeles this week. As ever, if you or any member of your team are found doing this, we will disavow all knowledge of your actions. Good luck and good gaming. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. No, don't press the big red